done for a while. It's been running, it's been tuned. However, I guess we've gotten accommodated to dual clutch transmissions and we're super spoiled. So when you tackle in a big clutch E-gear, then convert it to rear-wheel drive, it made it a fuckery of trying to get this to roll out good. You know, we didn't want to give the customer the car, be like, hey, it's just what you just got to deal with because it's E-gear and a heavy clutch and rear-wheel drive. So my great friend Boyan, BR Calibrations, which is in charge of all our Cyvex stuff, one of the developers at Cyvex, really put a lot of time into the coding of making it drive out good. Put some limiters in there to get it to roll out good. So we're very happy with the way it's done. It's driving good. So I'm gonna do some filming really quick, and then we'll get Ben's expressions later. Ben's the owner. He'll be here in a couple hours, and we'll see what he thinks. It's essentially, like I always say, it doesn't matter what I feel like, it's what the customer feels like. So let's jump in and see what it does. All right, so you guys notice the rollout? Not that bad. I'm giving it like 10% gas. It's not bad. Before it was really jerky. It was like an on and off switch. So we focused to get it to roll out good. I remember the first time I drove a Gallardo, we were going to Cars and Coffee. My friend Hunter from West Coast Exotic Cars had a Superleggera, a green one. And I was like, let me drive that. So he let me take it. And I jumped in it and drove it like it was a Huracan, shifting it wide open throttle. And it was clunky. I was like, yo, there's something wrong with this goddamn car. There's something definitely funky. But you gotta remember that they're single clutch diaphragm cars. You gotta lift off the gas, shift it, get back in the gas. This thing, however, Boyan has made it where you can do a wide open throttle shift and let the ignition cut, fuel cut do its job. Factory ECU won't do that. So like, I'll lay into it. That was a wide open throttle pull with me staying in the throttle and letting the ignition cut disengage the load while the clutch does what it needs to do. You know, go from first to second, and then engage the clutch. Which is, the factory ECU won't do that. It wants you to get off the gas. So if you do a wide open throttle pull on a factory ECU, it clunks horribly bad. So we made it where the owners are, you know, if you have a Gallardo and we do a package for you, where you don't have to worry about always lifting and doing all that stuff. You just stay on the throttle and shift it. I've gotten accommodated and used to lifting. It does make it a little smoother of a drive. But overall, very happy. I mean, the 5.0 engine sounds great. Gets it. Very impressive. The car makes right around 700 wheel horsepower, which is plenty. The car is converted to rear-wheel drive. Why? He made it rear-wheel drive for the wheels. It has Volks on it. Oh, it's real aggressive. Lady with the bulldog. Yeah. I'm happy with the way it drives. Super excited. You know, I was always not afraid, but I was like very hesitant to do E-gear cars because I guess it's out of my comfort zone. Tomato, you know. But now that we have a pretty cool package down with, you know, the drive off and the shifting and all that, I'm pretty happy with it. Making the turbo kits, you know, nothing crazy. The clutches, man, that's what, you know, aggressive clutches, they just grab hard, make the car kind of make it difficult to roll out. That's as best it's gonna get. So we have 3 more Gallardos we're wrapping up in the shop right now. So kind of cool. I'm starting to like them more. I might pick one up. So funny story is when I was 18, 19, when the Superleggera, the first Superleggera was released, I was big hype on them. Like, dude, I loved them. I mean, that was my dream car, you know. And I worked at AutoZone, and if you told me then that we'd be building them for a living, I'd laugh at you. never give up on your fucking dreams. Chase, knock every wall down. Even people that you think are your family that put you down, knock that wall down and keep on going. Stay in your lane. Stay by yourself if you got it. You know, if you have one friend or two friends that believe in you, cool. I remember being in my garage in 2012 with Charlie, like, yo, wouldn't it be cool if we build Lambos one day? Look at it now. Anyways, yeah, maybe we should pick one of these up. You know, find like a cheap salvage one. They're getting cheap. Build one crazy, or should we do something cool, like something more relatable to the world, like an Evo? You know, Evos are great. I mean, as you guys know, we do a lot of production Evo turbo kits. Which, speaking of Evos, you know, when I always big to say there's no I in team. You know, not one guy could do it all. Not 2 guys, 3 guys, 4 guys. I mean, even at the expansion rate that we're going, I'm always seeking new opportunities, new ways to offer more, new ways to add to my team. And just today, you know, God works in mysterious ways. And you know, it's just a friend of mine that's a badass. I can't tell you much, or you know, I might add someone to the team that I feel like could be a big asset. The guy's a genius with building engines and tuning Evos and Subarus. In my opinion, probably one of the best in California. So very, very hungry young man, and I think if I add him to the team and guide him and do what I do and do what he does, it's gonna be good. So stay tuned. We'll talk about that later. All right, so let's tell you what's going on with this thing. As you guys know, I'm always kind of tinkering with my own car. I'm never happy. It's kind of a bad thing. Good, but very bad at the same time. So last weekend, it was very short. Nick and I had nothing to do on a Sunday. We're like, let's hit the drag strip, which we will show you here. What's up, guys? Alex from Sheepey here. We're at the track. So as you guys know, we've been doing a lot of testing on this car. It's rear-wheel drive, and I'm a drag racing guy at heart. So I kind of want to see what this thing can do based off of like comparing to other cars and what the thing does in, you know, 60 to 130 goes at 3.0. I'm pretty confident we could go in 8. However, the biggest key factor is going to be getting the car to move. I have a light transmission fault of stability control light, and it's not on the dash, but it's in the ECU. So the TCM is not allowing me to put it in launch mode. I brought my tools to clear those codes and forgot the charger, and the thing is dead. So Nick went to Walmart. Hopefully we could charge it so we could, you know, be able to actually put it in launch mode. If we can't put it in launch mode, I'm just going to kind of hold the brake and give it gas and just go. But the make or break situation to go in 8 is going to be able to get like a decent 60 foot, like a 1.6. I don't think anything above that. I don't have enough power to power it through, you know. But yeah, we're going to try. We're going to start soft. We kind of put a medium tune up in it right now. And I'm just going to roll out of it and see how it feels, and see where we go. Get my jacket.
Hold on. And you just ran 160. Mark!
Come on, don't get me in trouble. I'll shut it down.
That's your first warning.
Okay, done. First warning.
Mark, but you stopped to talk to Tech. I need you.
Went 951 and 160.
That's pretty good for a stock car.
You got one warning. You got to go 10-0 and slower and less than 135.
No problem, boss.
Okay? If you do it again, we'll ask you to leave.
So apparently I can't go that fast here. 17460 foot, 430 in the 330, 63 in the 8th at 124, 9516 at 160. I guess that's good. So, whatever, here. So why I went to the drag strip is I wanted to go an 8-second and a quarter mile. Now, first of all, these aren't drag race cars, especially this one's rear-wheel drive. But of course, with my history of drag racing, I kind of want to make everything be able to go faster than a quarter mile. Based off the credential of my 60 to 130, which we'll show you here, going to 3.80 is fast. In comparing to other vehicles, I figured that if I could get a good 60 foot, hit the 330 strong enough, it'd go at 8.9, X being whatever number falls there. So we went, and it went 951 at 160 with like a 173 or 175 60 foot with the 330 kind of soft. So I added everything up, and based off of the math, if the stars align perfect, which I'm pretty good at making them align, it will go in 8. However, while we were there, we did realize that in between gears when the car's actually hooking, the clutch was not as happy. Now what I mean by not happy, it holds the power, but I don't think we have enough clamping force. So we have friction, but not enough clamping force. So now you see it all jack stand up, the factory fuse back in so we could read the VIN and then go ahead and pull the TCM file and modify the file. I'm not gonna go crazy with it. We could get an extra 2 bar to hold the clamping force. I think we'll be okay. Now why I'm doing this now is because we have shift sector next weekend. And that sound really pisses me off. Follow along with me. So we have shift sector next weekend, and as you guys know from previous videos, I've been talking a big game that I'm gonna drag every 720. So I'm gonna look like a fool if I don't show up, or B, if I show up with a car that's not working properly, right? So in the next day or two, I'm gonna make it my objective to make sure that the transmission is happy. So the TCM flash doesn't work, I'm gonna then take the tranny out, put a heavier clutch in it. It's no big deal. So with that being said, you know, I got some work ahead of me to do. The car makes plenty of power. You know, anybody that understands how horsepower works, I mean, going 160 in a quarter mile is pretty fast. So all I have to do is make up an additional 40 horsepower and an additional quarter mile. Got that covered, no problem. But we just got to make sure it hooks the damn power. That's the key to this vehicle, which should be okay, right? I mean, it is what it is. The car's not a drag race car, but if I could drive to the track and go 8s on a Toyo 888 tire, which is by far one of the best tire you could put on a street car, which I'm gonna make it happen, it's great. You know, most people have to run radials and slicks. I'm on a Toyo 888 tire. Of course, Motec closed loop traction control plays a big role, but you don't want to use, you know, everyone gets stuck on traction control. Oh, you have traction control. Traction control is a band-aid. You don't want to always ride traction control. It's there to cover your ass if you overshoot your target. It's there to back you up a little bit. But you don't want to ride traction control. You want to properly set up your boost control, properly set up the car for it to hook everything that you're giving it. So I don't like to rely on traction control. It's 11 o'clock. The owner of the Superleggera, Ben, a friend of ours, is on his way here. We're going to go to lunch with him. I'm kind of excited. It's always an exciting moment for me and the entire team. You know, we all work so hard. You know, from the Charlie and Nick building the turbo kits, to Johnny doing the installs, doing the clutch, and all the little troubleshooting that I always throw it at him. You know, Alonzo doing the filming, and me doing all the other little things. It's the very rewarding part of what we do, and it always, you know, I'm not gonna lie to you, the past 2 weeks, we're all human. I think it's very common for everybody that are influencers or that people expect a lot of, to think they're invincible. We're not invincible. Us humans have errors. We have personal issues. We have personal lives. We have responsibilities. We have loved ones. And when you throw all those on your plate, and then you throw in work, and you throw in the errors that happen with work, us as humans want to just shut it down. So in the past 2 weeks, it's been a little bumpy, but it's okay, because, you know, as a human, you must evaluate the rights and the wrongs and learn from them. I would not be where I'm at if I did not evaluate everything. And do I overanalyze things? 100%. I overanalyze everything. But it's who I am, and it's got me to where I'm at. It's why I have some of the flaws that I have, and then I have some of the strongs, the pros and cons, right? So moral of this is that Ben coming, and hopefully the reward is what I expect it to be. It makes it all worth it. It makes everything we do worth it. You know, I don't do this to get rich. I'll tell you that. I could have stayed at the 8 to 5 job that I was at before this and been all right. You know, I do this for the love and the reward of the end. I mean, there's nothing more rewarding than seeing a happy customer drive their car. Truly, it'll fuel me up, and then next week I'm back at it. It's kind of like running, like right now I'm running on E, right? Like, damn, man, I'm tired. And as soon as he gets here and super happy, I'm just gonna fill my tank back up, and we're back at it. So, yeah, stay tuned.
Good to see you. How's everything?
How's your dad?
Doing well.
Mom, everyone good?
Yeah, doing great.
Cool. So this is Ben.
How you guys in?
Ben, this is Superleggera. Yeah, so remember last time you were here, the clutch being rear-wheel drive, everything's super touchy. Mm-hmm. It's still a little touchy. Okay. Considering with the heavy clutch and it being rear-wheel drive, this is the best it's gonna get. I'm happy with it, and what I mean by I'm happy with it, as long as you jump in it and don't drive it like a normal car. Just kind of learn to adapt to it.
Okay.
You'll be okay. So you're gonna build the muscle memory to driving this vehicle.
Makes sense.
Right? Other than that, before when it was natural aspirated, would you uplift on the gas bit before?
I would, just to make it like for a smoother shift. But
Right.
then if like I could leave my foot down and still shift, it'd just be a more aggressive.
Okay.
a more
You
aggressive
can do the
shift.
same thing.
Okay.
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 You're gonna hear it when you do stay 100% throttle and you shift to the under wide open throttle. You're gonna hear it, and what you're hearing is the fuel cut.
Got it. Okay.
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 That's normal. That's safe. It's what essentially is taking the power out of the car,
Okay.
so the transmission can then engage to the next gear and not hurt the drivetrain.
Makes sense.
Okay. Other than that, I'm happy with it, but at the end of the day, it all comes down to you're happy.
Right.
So don't be, just shoot it straight to me, jump in it, drive it.
Awesome, yeah,
He's gonna ride with you.
Okay.
And yeah.
I got it. I feel it. Sounds so good. Yeah, literally first time, man. That's how I'm like trying to like just take it super chill. Holy shit, dude. Holy shit, that's tight. That thing kicks, bro. Like literally, it just like I'm barely like stepping on the pedal at all. That's so epic. Downshifts are super clean too. Dude, those turbos are so beautiful sounding. Holy shit. Just tight, dude. That is so sick, bro. That thing hits. Bro, this is tight. Damn. Yes. That is so sick. Literally at a loss for words right now. Okay. All right. It's epic. It's epic.
You like it?
Yeah, it's great, man.
Really?
Yeah. It's like I'm getting used to it. I'm getting used to like the clutch and like the
Yeah.
launch and stuff like that. But I mean, it's kind of expected. I'll let you. I'll
My
let you go.
pleasure.
Thank
Cool.
you so much.
Well,
Yeah, we'll be in
we'll-
contact.
Yeah, it's all done.
Okay, I'll see you. I'll come by Monday and then yeah, we'll go from there.